Hey everybody, thanks for joining me. Hope everybody's well. So, getting straight onto it, goals and how you're going to achieve them. So, question for you, what is your goal? What is it you really want out of life? Do you even know what you want out of life? Have you actually physically sat down with a pen and paper and decided what you want to achieve? Because if you don't, you're never going to get it. And even if you do, without some structure to it, you're probably not going to get it either. So, who am I? My name's Aaron, and I've made a bit of a mission of my life to look at how super achievers achieve their success. And one of the things that's clear with all of them is a very clear and defined roadmap of achieving what they're wanting to get out of life and what they're trying to achieve. So whether that's an astronaut, an inventor, a business guru, a musician, all walks of life, all the great successful people, I've always had a very clear and defined roadmap of what they want and how they're going to get it. And that's what I'm going to talk about today for you. So I've provided some resources. So if you're on the site, you can look down and there's an essay that I've written there for you to use on loops and on dreams and goal setting. Moving on. The 5 reasons why people fail to achieve what they want is, first of all, negativity. Now that comes in all forms. If you look at TV and social media, we're constantly bombarded by negative stories, negative images, divisive stories. And I'm not saying pretend we live in la la land and everything's perfect. We all know it isn't. But if you constantly find yourself on Facebook and YouTube looking at negative videos, the algorithms will just bring up more of this negative stuff, and you find yourself in an echo chamber of negativity. So you need to start breaking out of that and start looking for more positive stories. Quick plug for my website, www.activeaaron.co.uk. I really set that up as a bit of a thought experiment during lockdown to combat some of the negativity that we're constantly bombarded with. So if you go on there, you're going to see some real inspiring and interesting stories. That's the plug over. I'm not here to sell you anything. I'm here to just share some knowledge with you. So the second one of the things that's going to hold you back and stop getting what you want is the influence of others. Now that comes in 2 forms. It comes in the form of haters and it comes in the form of lovers. So your haters are people who don't want to see anyone succeed, usually because of their own issues with self-esteem and the fact that they're not achieving in life. They're going to pull you down. But also you've got influences of lovers, people who love you, your family, your friends, who don't want to see you get hurt, don't want to see you overreach, and don't want to see you, putting a lot of energy into something that's not going to come to fruition. So your family and friends can be, as much of a pull on you and an anchor in your success. So I'm not saying cut them out of your life. I'm just saying filter out what you listen to and have some self-belief. And that moves us nicely onto the third thing, which is ourselves, our self-image. Have you ever failed at something in the past? Great news. If you have, it means you're doing something, because if you're not failing, it means you're not doing anything in the first place. The great news is today and every day is a chance for you to reinvent yourself. Invent yourself anew and give yourself a new self-image. And goal setting and having goals is a fantastic way of doing that, because you're putting your life on a forward trajectory. You're giving yourself some purpose in life because you know what you want, and then you're going to start working towards getting it. Okay. The other reason why you're not achieving your goals is lack of clarity. So what are your goals? Do you want to write a great book? Do you want to start a business? Do you want to start a charity? Do you want to go to university? What I'd ask you to do now is get a pen and paper and pause this video and sit down and write 5 things that you really want to achieve in life, and then highlight the first one, because that's the one we're going to start talking about first of all. And then the fifth reason why people fail to succeed is lack of structure. Because what you need once you've decided what you want is a very clear roadmap on exactly how you're going to get it. And that's what I'm going to help you with in the next series of videos. First of all, you're going to define your goals, and then you're going to set a structure. So just as a little bit of a thought experiment, I want you to, as I said, write down 5 things that you want to achieve in life, and then you're going to highlight the top one. And then we're going to talk about setting loops. So what is a loop? A loop is basically a way of reprogramming your brain, programming your brain to look for and aim for exactly what you're trying to achieve. So we do this automatically, whether positively or negatively. So an example would be, I'm ex-military, and in the military, kind of the top 1% are the snipers, and that's what I really wanted to be. I wanted to be a sniper. So because I programmed in my mind that that's what I wanted, I was looking for opportunities and courses that would move me in that direction. And when I eventually got on the course and the selection to become a sniper, because I'd programmed my brain into this is what I wanted, when things got really, really tough, as it does in all walks of life, whether it's the business that you're starting up or whether it's on your ambition to write that book, it will give you that drive because you're focused on exactly what you're trying to achieve. So you need that kind of focus, and a loop will help you provide that. So if you look at the resources I've put down there for you, go through those, and you're going to go through the loop building process. So there's two different explanations for how a loop works. You've got kind of the more scientific, psychological kind of explanation. So an example would be if you're looking at buying a new car and you decide that you want to buy a Focus, Ford Focus. So you go online, you look at prices, you may get a brochure. And then you go out in the street and every other car that you seem to see is a Ford Focus. It's not that there's more Ford Focuses on the street, it's because your mind is focusing on the Focus. And it's the same with when you're trying to achieve something. If you've decided that you want to start a business and you're focused on that, and you've decided that you're going to put all the things in place to achieve that, you'll find that your brain is more open to opportunities. So you may be speaking to somebody and somebody may say a throwaway comment about, something that they're interested in. But because your mind is open and attuned to this, your brain will automatically latch onto that, and you will push the conversation, or you will open the conversation up to, they may be a customer, they may be a potential partner or a developer, or somebody's going to help along. So that's what a loop is going to do. It's a mind hack for you to open up to opportunities. The other explanation is a more spiritual explanation. And this is really kind of brought out in the book The Secret, which I've read. Fantastic read. Although I would kind of, because I'm very empirically minded, I guess, the more spiritual explanation for it doesn't really work for me, but it may work for you. And if it does, that's fine, because its explanation is that if you focus on something that you really want hard enough, the universe kind of bends around your thoughts, and you manipulate the universe into achieving whatever that is. That's fine. Whether you go for the more kind of empirical, psychological approach, or you go for more the kind of spiritual approach, it doesn't matter, because you're still doing the same thing. So the loops, you decide what you want, you write down your goals, you're going to highlight the top one, and then you're going to sit down and you're going to write a loop out of exactly why you want that, and you're going to do it in the present tense. So look at the resources that I've put down there for you, go through that process, and in the next video I'm going to send you for free. I'm not selling anything. All we're going to do is we're going to talk about splitting your life into different sections on what you're trying to achieve. In society now, it's really easy to be kind of blinded by the shiny baubles and what the Kardashians have got, or everything that you're told and bombarded that you should have and should have achieved. But all that's doing is it's giving you somebody else's goals. It's not giving you your own goals. So what I want to do with you is I'm going to help you sit down and plan out what are the different aspects in your life that you want to fulfill. Because even if you haven't got them yet, the fact that you're spending energy on things that are important to me, you're going to find it's life-changing, because you're concentrating on doing things that's going to make you happy. And that's the only way you're going to succeed, is by spending your energy on doing the things that you really want, because you can have them. Okay, so enough of that. Go through the process which I've written down there. And start structuring your goals and start building your loops, so you can start mind hacking and reprogramming yourself. I've also provided, if you're on desktop, it should be over there, I think, and if you're looking on mobile, it should be down there. Just some other resources, really. Just have a little look at those, because they're things that I found really useful in terms of goal setting for me and putting my goals in a very, very structured way. So have a look at those, because I found that they've really kind of supercharged my goal setting process. Super useful. And next week I'm going to be coming back at you with another video. Please put a comment saying that you enjoyed this video. Please look out for more videos. Go onto my YouTube channel, Active Aaron. Check out the website www.activeaaron.co.uk. Reach out to me, get in touch. Let's start a little, let's get something going. Peace.